Shortened down, the first gift I was given. The 3 words used to identify me from my newborn cry in the hospital to class registration stating, present. I did not pick the first, but the second is the best. I puffed out my hairless chest when I chose Bex, thinking I get my much needed edge from the X, marking my spot as cool, my spot as new, my spot as... Who the fuck even are you? What's in a name when yours ain't the best? So at 17, I was feeling Bex. Off I went. A serial heart arsonist causing crashes as I strode my heels so high with my signature line, you must be this tall to ride. My friend sighed. As I flashed my fake ID, spent my cab fare and the club entry fee to barely touch the sticky floor inside. My stamped hand, splodged with black ink, inhale, chat shit, and I wink as I ask for a light. A fire and conversation starter, my night before disaster, blasé attitude to the next days, fuck Fridays and fuck you. Hey Sherwood, where are you going? Why are you so quiet? Why are you always late? This is it. I thought I had escaped, but now I'm cornered outside the school gates by girls who I know do not know me. Even though we've shared double biology for 6 months or more, they think I'm a bore and I'd be happy for that to stay the same. In my year at school, there were 3 Rebeccas, but that's nothing compared to the number of Rebecca-related nicknames. You could be a Becca or a Reb or a Becky with an I or with an I, and I was still known by my surname, barely distinguished from the rest, but that was for the best. I found my comfort in my very few friends. I was 13. Rather spend my weekends with D&D, rolling that 1d20 between us. We'd make shit up because the rule book was so long and life was so short, or so we thought. Each day at school, we'd play. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Keep away and tag, you're it. We had 10 minutes until the bell would ring and some boring lesson would begin, maybe maths or worse. Ugh. But I remember this day. Age 7. It was the first time I'd noticed, the first time I'd seen it. My hair in braids, my gingham dress green. It was kiss chase girls v boys looking teams, and all the kids screamed and giggled with joy. I ran so fast but looked behind and knew I was safe. Not one single boy had given me chase. I think it was the first time I felt ashamed. Right now, I'm scared I'm a bad feminist. I take my rights seriously and deliriously delight in voting, even though my chosen candidate has lost the elections twice, but it's my right. And there are those who died before, who burdened the brunt of this war, who made enough noise for our cries to be heard through ceilings of glass that kept us beneath. Those above who looked down and thought they saw us kneeling. I'm 30, and I'll cry and I'll scream and pronounce every word. We have the right to be seen and the right to be heard, but if I make choices that go with the grain, like, is it wrong of me to take my husband's name? It feels strange. Even though I get to choose, even with options I feel like I'd lose if I take his. Is that disrespect to those of history who I admire? And if I desire to say the same, my current name is not even mine to begin with, but my father and his dad's before him. I feel there is no way to win. When I was little, I could take flight. My butt clad in tutu, my legs clad in tight of powder blue, it felt right. I was 5. I would spin most gracefully, boastfully, rounded and glide across the floor in our home. In my head, I was fully grown. My arms stretched high, I saw myself tall and slender, the definition of womanly splendor, a dream kept as my podgy heat hit the floor. The room to fill with rapturous applause, stage lights galore, too young to see what others saw. Often, I forget that I've aged. My body's tired, my hair has grayed, time still passed while all else stayed the same. This collected absence, my mid-20s, were a wild time to be alive. Most days we tried, brought traditions back to life. Most nights I cried for those who went, for those who died. Stay inside. Keep your friends far and your family farther. You don't want to be a disaster starter. The first domino to fall, really you shouldn't see anyone at all. Keep your calm, keep your cool, carry on. One day in May, the letters came. Our future stashed with gumstop brown cardboard held the declarations we seek. Take a peek as the nerves spread. Barreling through lines, my cheeks red, I was so pleased when it said, "You're in." The highest status school to send your kids, and I made it. And at 11 years old, we gathered in the hall and compared. The scandal broke when someone didn't get their pick. Some kids just straight up called in sick. One boy asked where I got and was delighted when it wasn't the same as his. My bubble burst. Coca-Cola, no fizz. The change of celebration to that grim realization of starting again, of being someone no one likes, of having no friends. For a new world to start, the old one has to end. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to say goodbye to my name, that Robin Hood-esque claim to fame. Next time it won't feel the same, but I want you to keep the shame. If I lose my name, can I lose the doubt? Can unhappy memories be left out of this new one, this selection of intended reinvention? Pay no attention to the one before, but to start afresh. I did not pick my last, but my first is the best. I want no tension in my chest. My surname might change, but it still feels correct when I say hi. My name's Bex. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, we'd appreciate it if you could hit the like button, if you could hit the subscribe button, and make sure to ring that bell icon so you don't miss any updates from us in the future. If you want to go that extra mile and support us a little further, we do have a Patreon channel with loads of exclusive goodies, and you can sign up for as little as $1 a month. We appreciate your help, guys, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.